Hi friends, it's Doreen and we are going to make a homemade taco hamburger helper tonight. And right now I'm just putting a little bit of coconut oil in my pan. I've got it on medium high right now. And this recipe came out of the fact of I was going to make fajitas. So actually I want to call this like fajita hamburger helper. And I've done my own hamburger helpers. So much nicer when you make it yourself because you know all the ingredients and less preservatives, hopefully. So what I did already is I pre-chopped up a half of a medium-sized onion. I minced that up pretty good in my mini chopper. I did one orange pepper, and I chopped up, I had some leftover zucchini. I minced that up, so that will give it a good flavor. I've got some beef carne taco meat. And that was what I was going to use for my fajitas because that smaller meat flavors really well. But we're going to saute our veggies first. Let's go ahead and get that started. This should be a pretty quick dinner. You do the onions and the peppers together. Just want them a little tender. They don't really have to be so much browned. I'm going to put it up to high too because I'm a little bit in a rush today. So I got my my wooden spoon. You know, we all have our favorite wooden spoons to cook with, or any kind of spoon. This is one of my favorite. I've had these wooden spoons for years. So we're going to go ahead and saute that up. And while we're doing that, let's get our seasoning mix together. And you can buy a pre-made, but they're not, I don't know. It's hard to find one that I really, really like. So I usually use my own seasoning mix. So we're going to start with some salt and pepper. And just keep an eye on your onions and peppers. Might have to probably like a whole teaspoon of salt. Well, let's use a little bit of cracked black pepper. You know what? I'm going to back up a little because I don't think you can see that great. No, you can't. I have yet to find the perfect spot for this. I have a square kitchen, so it should be somewhat easy, but to position my camera, but the way it maybe the countertop is kind of like L-shaped, so the cabinets, and then this is in the way. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the seasoning mix. So I said I was going to make fajitas tonight, and then I realized, oh, I didn't have all the ingredients. I like to use a mixture of peppers, and I thought I had gotten green and yellow, or I had the yellow or orange. But anyway, I wanted a mixture of fajitas, and I didn't have enough tortillas. I have some tortillas left, but I like to have plenty of them when I make. So we're kind of sweating these. Woo, going a little crazy. I think we could turn it down to medium now. And let's go ahead. Let's wait a little bit longer and we'll put the zucchini in. So I'm going to use about one teaspoon of garlic. And you're going to adjust this by how much you're making. This I'll make enough for my husband and I, but there'll be leftover. So, and you can make your own seasoning mix ahead of time. Did not mean to do that. Got lumps in there. So I've got about let's do like a half a teaspoon of that. Sometimes I make my seasoning ahead. If I really have everything very planned out, I'll make it ahead. But sometimes I wait till that night because I'm sometimes bad at remembering, oh, that I already made that mix and I don't use it for a while. So let's use 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, a nice Mexican spice that's used in a lot of recipes. We're going to use about half teaspoon of oregano. I'm going to use a whole teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm going to use a teaspoon, a whole teaspoon of chili powder. And we're safe to put that zucchini in. And I might have to put a little bit more oil because it's getting a little. Ah! What did I do? Did not mean to do that. I gotta cut and do over. All right, I self-corrected. I just dumped my pasta and the rest in this bowl, and we'll add that after. Because we are going to add raw pasta to here because we want it to soak up in the juices here. So I'm just going to saute this real quick. Put my chili powder. This will only take like a minute or two. Let's see. We put our paprika, salt, and pepper. We put everything in. Oh no, we did not. Got to put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. I'm probably going to use like 1/4 of a teaspoon of that. All right, let's give that a good mix up. We're going to add that to our meat once we start to cook up our meat. All right. So this is so fine, it will not take much to cook up, as you can see. Look how fine that is. And I'm going to just dump that in my bowl. All right, let's put the meat in. We're going to put a little bit of more coconut oil for that. Probably a teaspoon there. And like I said, I just got this the other day and it was on sale, so I'm like, let's go ahead and use this. I love fajitas. What about you? The best fajitas I've ever had was in Mansfield, Texas, or I've had it at this one restaurant called Rosa's. And they're a chain restaurant, Mexican chain restaurant, that's in several cities and towns in Texas. So I've been to a few of them. I can't remember. I know I've been to the one in Mansfield, Texas, which is near Arlington, Texas, the DFW area. Anyway, we've eaten at a few of them. I can't remember what towns it was, but they're all the same. But oh my gosh, the fajitas, in my opinion, they are the best fajitas. Gotten fajitas at different places, That's my favorite. I'm gonna wash my hands. Have to touch raw meat. Wash them well. Clean up a little bit. Yep, they're the best fajitas. Let me know in the comments the best fajitas you've ever had. And the thing about Rose's is they make the tortillas right there in the restaurant, and there's an open area, or it's a actually glassed in area that you can see into. I'm going to put this up to high. You can see into where they're making the tortillas. They've got this really cool conveyor belt that they go through, and it's amazing. I don't know all the technology behind it, but it looks pretty cool, and they taste so fresh. Yeah, they probably are the best tortillas I've ever had also. I do miss my Texas Mexican food. What's your favorite Mexican dish? I love to try different things. I love fajitas. I love, I forget the name of it, but it's a chicken with a white sauce and poblano peppers. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So see this meat, let me get a close up. This meat is cooking up so fast. We put our seasoning in. And now I'm gonna put in about 1 teaspoon of beef stock. A little concentrate there. Not like concentrate. Concentrated beef stock. I know. I'm corny, right? All right, so we got that nice and mixed. And we can add this back in. And we are going to add a little bit of water to this. And we are going to let this cook. And it will not take very long at all for this pasta to cook up. Let's go ahead and just mix that thoroughly. Let me get a couple of cups of water. You can use hot water. That'll help the cooking process for your pasta. When you do it this way, I mean, you can cook your pasta ahead of time, but it's not going to be the same. All right, that sound too bad. This just helps the pasta have more flavor when you do it like this. We're going to get it high and bubbling for a couple minutes, and we will put a lid on it, and we'll show you when it's done. Now let me get a little close up again. There we go. See you back when it's done. Let's take a look and let's see if our pasta's done now. That's soaked up pretty much all the liquid. Looks pretty good to me. Now you can always add some roasted tomatoes to these. I want to try one of these pieces. Let me get a bigger spoon. Let's see if the pasta's done. It's totally done. I feel like it needs something though. What did I forget? I might add a little bit more. I feel like I forgot something. And put a little sprinkle more chili powder. A little more paprika. I think that's what I get for going so quick. And it definitely needs more ground cumin. Let's see, where did I put that? There it is. And maybe a pinch of salt. And you can always adjust to your taste. And this is gonna, I mean, this is fajitas, so it's a little different from like taco. But you could do this like the same thing as like a taco, homemade taco pasta casserole. All right, so let's go ahead and take our grated cheese. We're gonna put that on the top, put the lid on, and we'll let that melt. And that's gonna be our homemade fajita pasta casserole. Let's put the lid in. We'll be back in like 2 minutes, probably less than 2 minutes. All right. Oh, look at my hair. Yikes. All right, let's taste it now. So we've got our Mexican seasonings in there. We've got the carne asada, which is a little bit more, I don't want to say it's a little more heartier than just regular ground beef. And I want to blow on it. We have a little bit of pepper, onion, and let's try this. That's pretty good. Mmm, that was good. So the lime juice and the cilantro is just gonna put it over the top. It's not spicy at all. I put that quarter teaspoon of cayenne. Just give it a nice flavor. Anyway, I think you might want to add this to your weeknight rotation. You can feel a little bit of the back of the throat. You can feel a little bit of cayenne. It's not overpowering. You have a little sour cream and lettuce if we need to. Mmm, that's good. That's good. So, friends, I hope you enjoyed this pasta night because this is a little bit different how I do my pasta. We cooked it right into the casserole. We didn't cook the pasta first, but we'll see you next time. Who knows what we'll make for the next pasta night? But I got some ideas. So, see you soon. Go ahead and hit follow, please, and share this with a friend. That helps me to continue on and keep bringing you some great videos. Bye.